got to the point to where we realized that what we were doing for Best Buy, Circuit City didn't like, Sears didn't like, everybody wanted their own custom built solution. And we had decided to work with a handicap workshop called Avenues to Independence. And they started to pull their hair out because of the amount of changes that we were sending constantly. We realized in order to survive, we needed to take manufacturing or the assembly work internal. So we looked at renting a building. We rented an 1,800 square foot building, set up our own assembly line, and we were off to the races. Now please understand, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because if it weren't for my wife, we wouldn't be here, but Monica nor I have not gone to college. We have not taken any business classes. So we've taken the common sense approach to business. And while we were doing that, we tried to do the best that we could at the time. We tried to surround ourselves with people that had the expertise, that could assist us so we could assist our customers. And we built our business model off of that. And we were very successful. So we went from, in 2000 to shortly after we moved into a 5,000 square foot facility. We started to order more raw materials. We started to add more assembly lines. Then we moved into a 7,000 square foot facility. And in 2001, when the recession had, or 9/11 had happened, it was one of those times that we worked with retailers, and if everybody remembers 9/11, nobody was spending any money. So we were almost to the point to where we were out of business a year after we had started. And we made it through 9/11, and approximately 2004, things were going so well, we decided to build a building. And that's the other building in Plainfield that we still own today. From there, we were very much about service, we were very much about custom and pleasing customer. In 2004, we were awarded by Best Buy Enterprise Vendor of the Year Award. That award basically means Best Buy Enterprise is Best Buy, at the time it was Music Man, Sam Goody, and Future Shop, I believe, up in Canada. So for a company that had, at that time, maybe 10 employees, and we were servicing the world's largest consumer electronics retailer, that was a huge step for us. In 2005, we won another award from Best Buy. In 2008, I know I'm flying through here, but that's when we decided to move into this facility. Several months after moving into this facility, the recession hit. The fourth quarter of 2008 for us is when things started to nosedive. We had a heck of a lot more overhead in this building. Everything that is in this building that is not physical building, we paid for as a cash investment. So all the cubes, we did new computer systems, we did racking, the assembly lines. We basically put the money into the organization to take it to the next level. And by April of 2009, our revenue for that month was $72,000 for the month. Our payroll weekly was around $26,000 to $27,000 a week. So we were bleeding very quickly. And in May of 2009, Jim, Monica, and I had meetings about how do we close Sennco. How do we do it to the point to where it doesn't hurt you? How do we do it to the point to where we could, what do we do? Once again, I've never gone through this before. So it was very difficult times. Since it's hot, should we if people want a table at a time, start grabbing food if you want to eat.
Why don't you just take 2 minutes, just 5-minute break?
I had a question. You've been under a lot of pressures from your other suppliers and stuff like that. You guys put us under a lot of pressure for on-time delivery. You give us maybe a week lead time. I know it's...
A lot of that has to do with our customers.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly
but
sure.
I know it's not, it's not Kim's fault when she says it's only, I got to have those parts in 3 days. Is there anything that you can be doing differently to maybe help give us a little more time to get parts built for you?
God, I gotta be honest with you, right now I'm really nervous, and for you to be starting this conversation at
Well,
this point of the,
I mean, it's a good question that I think we all have.
You know, I think
there's,
the rest of these,
I can call me guys so you can all go eat. But that's part of what I'm going to be talking to you guys about is what can Sennco do to help alleviate that from you, and what you guys can do also to. We're going to talk about lead time reductions and how all of that works.
well, I think it's a real important part for
It is.
everybody
Totally
in
agree,
there,
Scott.
in this
But
room
I-
that has.
But I mean, you know, Chris, you lead. This is your company. So I'd like to hear what you have to say as the leader, because we talk to these guys all the time. But what do you have to say as the leader?
we are doing the best that we can.
Sometimes that's not good enough, Chris. Every Friday at 5 o'clock is when the changes come in. And it gets a little irritating, I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, or the PO comes on Wednesday and they need the parts on Friday.
And how can you do that? How can you put us through that every time after time? I don't get it.
Well,
I mean, do you even realize what's going on?
I hope that things are being communicated to both of you in a manner that it's professional, it's courteous, it's on time. You have to understand, we're under a lot of stress with our customers on how things work and how things go.
You know, this isn't Kim's fault. I mean, you know, she's asked to do what she has to, and you know, it's gotta be coming down from the top someplace.
Yeah, the top is actually the customer, because the customer is the one that calls us up at.
Do they think we're growing them on trees or what?
No, so.
To the backyard.
It's not like it's just on the shelf, you can pick it up and, you know,
When they
mail
run
it.
over to the vegetable bin and pick a couple of fruits over there and they're bringing them back, 3 o'clock on a Friday and you want parts on Monday, how am I supposed to have material then? Just questions. And these guys probably have the same answers to.
Well,
You
once
guys
again,
been having the same heat?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Walmart sometimes, just, you know, go in, pick them up, and
Right,
they're supposed to be on the shelf for you.
yeah.
guys, that's why we wanted to get together and talk things through and try figuring things out so we could all be
Well,
on
what
the
can
same
you do
page.
to help us?
Actually, can we,
All right, so what? You know what? I gotta let him off. We're playing a joke.